friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderella. Hi. So, I've done a lot of changes on this channel and I'm so excited about it. And I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So I'm going to put my phone on the tripod and start just to you. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm so happy. So, I'm looking at the screen. This is where the camera is, whatever. So, I'm trying to make sure everything is set straight. Hold on. Okay, very good. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderella Ejirika and I rebranded basically. Yeah, I changed the name of the channel or the purpose of it. I know it's all about sharing my journey, but what made it make more sense to me is actually where I am right now. And I changed it to figuring out life as I grow because literally that's what I've been doing. And this is an open connection to people who are on the path to keep figuring out their life. Is understanding that we never really have everything figured out. And we keep doing that as we grow. That's basically what I'm doing. So I have my phone here with me. Yeah, just let me show you. My phone is here, my other phone. I'm using it to just stay in line to be able to deliver this in the best ways I can. Anyway, so let me put my mic. Hopefully you can hear me clearly. So hi. I have been off for a bit because really I didn't just want to keep making content that I felt I was evolving. So I wanted to really go into depth why I wanted to do this channel or even start again. So, and I'm excited. I'm going to be 30. Yes, that's why I'm excited because I cannot believe I'm going to be 30. I feel very lucky, feel very fortunate. I say it, I say it. And sometimes I feel like when I'm excited about growing older, a lot of people might not get it. But it's like when you stop living life is on other people's terms and you start to figure out your own life, you start to create life, you start to do the things that you want to do. There's so much to be excited about. So, in the last 1 year, I started my baking business from home because that's something I like. I really like to make food, create new recipes. So, I started a side baking business. I bake banana bread at home and I sell to people and I got in a few people buy from me, which is dope. I'm still doing my tech stuff always. I don't think that one's ever going to stop. I'm doing time with Rella as well. Yeah, which these are things that I'm truly excited about. But enough about me. Let's talk about this channel. Figuring out life as I go or as I grow or as I flow, whichever one it is. So for a long time, yeah, I didn't think that I belonged anywhere. Not with my parents, not in school. And I think going through depression then, I think I did a video about it, but I'm going to do a more intentional video explaining what that felt like for me. So going through depression then actually showed me that I'm living life based on other people's terms and that's why I'm unhappy. So being able to go through that and face myself, it actually helped me get out of that space. And every day it feels like I'm just figuring it out. I'm applying more grace, more kindness. I know, and each time like I go through a hard time or I feel that something, I remind myself that this is the first time I'm doing this. So that's okay. I'm going to try it again and stuff. So this is why I really just wanted to realign or reconnect with my whys why I wanted to do a YouTube channel before. I'm doing this to connect with people who don't fit into this system that they created before became and told us that we're supposed to fit into these boxes. A lot of us don't fit into the 9 to 5 schedule. A lot of us will become entrepreneurs or business owners. A lot of us are just going to be freelancing. A lot of people are going these days. I like that there are a lot more digital nomads that travel, people that are doing more, are having more hobbies. because I struggled. I struggled for a bit because there was a time that it felt like I have so much things I like, so much interest, but then I'm just supposed to be one thing. That didn't make sense to me. So I continued feeling lost till I went through that process of, and it's the same thing that people say about depression. Depression is like, I think it's Jim Carrey. He says that, maybe I'll add the video clip. So he says that depression is your body telling you to literally wake up, like deep rest, like your body is tired of acting or pretending that you fit into certain boxes.
And depression is your body saying, fuck you, I don't want to be this character anymore. I don't want to hold up this avatar that you've created in the world. It's too much for me.
Right.
You know? And so a friend of mine who's a spiritual teacher has a really good take. His name is Jeff Foster, and he his take on it is that they should change. You know, you should think of the word as of depressed as deep rest. Deep rest. Your body needs to be depressed. It needs deep rest from the character that you've been trying to play.
Right.
I didn't, and I know there are a lot of people out there that don't, basically. So, and for me, it's not just about figuring out life. I'm navigating life on unfamiliar waters because it's unfamiliar to the environment I grew up around. I'm navigating life without religion, which is, some people will be, yeah, there are people that live that way. Some people, because, okay, I come from a Christian background. Personally, I'm not. So a lot of people don't really understand that process. Some people want to tell you. There was one that met me that day when she said it. In my head, I'm like, it's arrogant for you to assume that I'm angry with God for me, because, and I understand that it's not something a lot of people are familiar with. I mean, when I shared my thoughts about religion, my dad was like just asking me to understand. Oh, why? Because he's never heard somebody say that before. So a lot of people don't understand. So for me, that they call it raw dogging life. So no religion, no drug, no addiction to stuff. I keep find myself challenging myself to not try to numb my way through life, because I had done that for a long time. I numbed my way through life through my imaginations. When I was younger, I felt like even the depression I talk about, it didn't start today. I think back to when I was sent to the boarding house. I couldn't stay. I ran away. I couldn't fit in. And one thing they kept telling me, your mates are, other people are, that wasn't resonating with me. It just didn't make sense to me. But they keep comparing you, and that's how you become to feel you're inadequate. But having to go through this process, and I think the best thing I did was leaving home, actually. That separation from your environment that makes you feel like you're not good enough. And some people don't intentionally make you feel that way, but certain remarks they'll make, certain things they might say about you, that could lead to that. So I need to drink coffee. Hold on. Okay, I'm fine. So that could lead to you or us feeling out of place. So I'm really grateful because for a long time I felt that my life was short. Only for me to be, I saw a picture on Twitter, I'll probably add it, pushing 30, which I feel very, very lucky. I'm not, I feel so lucky that I'm going to be 30. Going like me, small me. Anyway, so for a long time I'm looking at my phone just to make sure I'm on track. So even as I am right now, yeah, I'm still figuring out who Cindy is. I feel like Cindy, Cinderella, Rella, whichever one you want to call me, keeps on becoming things that maybe for a long time people I had tried to put myself in a box. And now it's like, no, I keep figuring out who I am. I keep figuring out that I like so many things. I like baking. I know when I was younger, I used to sing and dance a lot. I still do that in my house. um, I loved a lot of arts, basically, which I feel like I'll be going back into beads. I love beads. Let me just put that. I love painting as well. I like so many things. So to be able to put somebody in a box or make it feel like you only have to do one thing, it doesn't really work for a lot of us. Yeah. So what else? I'm so excited for where life is taking me because having to get to this point, it makes me look at the possibilities or the many things I can do in one life. Because if I think back to the time where they were saying, "Oh, you must graduate, do this, get married," my life felt very short. I felt like I was going to die very early. I'm sorry to even go that dark, but that's how I felt. Because what kind of life is that where all these set things is the only things I get to become? I'm sorry. It's the only things I can get to become in this life. That's no, that's why I said my life felt very short till I started figuring out life on my own and figuring out like, you know what, I can change my occupation. I can decide I don't want to do this anymore and do something else. I can go through another path, and that's the possibilities I like that life has opened me up to. What so I think like my this whole 20s that I'm going through now and then stepping into the chapter of 30 has been phenomenal to me because I feel very lucky that I experienced that level of depression at that age. Now, this is not me trying to glorify depression. A lot of people have different reasons or different causes for their depression. So, this is just my own experience that I am grateful for because that kind of like woke me up to this is not my life. I am not happy. And I'm saying it, this is not the first time. I went through that in high school. And one thing I realized then was that was in just one was that nobody was trying to listen to me when I didn't even know I felt like what I was feeling was anxiety, anxious, overwhelmed. All these things didn't really exist then, or these were not really things that were talked about compared to now. So I didn't really know that, and I kept feeling like I'm weird or I didn't belong there. I know it just wasn't working for me. But one thing that saved me is my stubbornness. I don't have actually to be stubborn, but I know I was a very, very stubborn child. And I'm grateful for my parents because not everyone will be received the way that I was. I'm not saying that they were cuddling me or no. It's just maybe they were not physically abusive towards me. I'm sorry to laugh at that about that, but you know African parents, and you know what? Anyway, let me stop there. But I feel very fortunate that I got to experience depression that early, or because it actually made me take different decisions about my life. I found several things that time on YouTube that helped me. And see, most of us can't afford therapy. We don't even know we need therapy. Things like that. I'm dealing with very bad cold. I just started recovering from it anyway. But anyway, I think I felt very lucky going through it and then being where I am right now in my life. It makes 30 or entering 30 exciting. It makes looking forward to 40 exciting because it's like I get to live multiple lives in this one, and that's something for me compared to if I tell you, the person I used to be before, pessimistic, judgmental, always thinking of the worst outcome out of life. Whenever something comes, I don't just think about it in the positive light. I think about the dangers that are coming with it. It's taken a lot of work for me to shift out of that mindset. And I cannot trade that for anything in this world. I am the, because when I was younger, I used to be very sad. That's the truth. I was a very unhappy person because nothing was working for me. Nothing was working for me really. And now I'm me. I'm always almost feel the joy. It's not like I don't have tough moments, but those moments are not as as difficult as it used to be. Everything it's like now I'm able to process my feelings better, my emotions better. I'm able to not hold on to things, not hold on to anger. Anger used to be one thing I used to hold on to when I was younger because I felt so very justified in my anger. Anyway, so I'm so excited to be getting through 20s. Now, if you're in your 20s, and you're just coming into your 20s, if you're seeing this video or you're still in your 20s, all I'll say is there's a video of a judge that said 20s is for growth, 20s is for reconnecting with yourself. That is true. And your 30s too, and your 40s too, is there for you to keep growing. That's how I look at life now. I think every age is for you to keep growing, keep being grateful, to be expressing life. Yeah, that's how I feel lucky and grateful that I'm here. So I'm glad that in my 20s, I was able to start this journey of reconnecting with myself, learning to like myself again, learning to be kind to myself. Now, this is where all this journey started from. I keep saying it. This started with just learning to simply practice one little tiny bit of kindness every day. And I did it. This is what I did when I was going through depression. And that's what helped me get through it. I won't lie, that practice, I kept reminding myself, be kind to yourself, be kind to yourself. So my 20s has been, I was able to graduate too. So my 20s has been about rediscovering or reconnecting with Cindy, the Cindy that was before they tried to tell her who she needed to be to fit in. That Cindy. Okay. And truly, I feel like no one has it all together. Those people that act like they figured out life is a lie. No, see, we are we are navigating life. We are figuring it out as we go, and this is one lesson I'm taking from 20s. Is I tell myself that this is the first time I'm doing this. It's okay for me to make mistakes. It's okay for me not to have all the answers. I'll figure it out, and I feel like that is a growth mindset to have, where and that I think that's grace, showing yourself more grace and compassion so that you can be able to get through this process. Let's see. I think that I'm looking forward to this age to keep figuring out who I am, connecting with myself, learning more things about myself. Because I keep, like now, I'm creating a podcast, or I have actually two. One podcast, but they are different segments. Let's put it like that. And I'm grateful because this is something I'm talking about, things I really care about. And in the process of building this, I'm honestly learning patience. This is mainly because I haven't been the most patient person. But every day, having to grow this thing from scratch has given me the opportunity to keep practicing patience. I'm laughing because I was talking to somebody on the podcast that I don't know if this is a Nigerian thing that I'm the most impatient, or because I grew up in Lagos. I don't know. But I used to be so very impatient. And every day, having to watch me right now compared to 5 years ago, compared to 10 years ago. I mean, all of me, and I'm grateful for all the things I have changed about myself. Yeah, I'm not the sad, judgmental, extremely especially towards myself, unkind. It's just towards myself. You see, most of all these things, you can be kind to other people outside, but towards yourself, you're very toxic. So I realized that I'm no longer that kind of person, and it's taking work to self improvement, to keep learning, to keep practicing, to fail plenty times and still go back to it. I felt like this is not me regretting. I love my journey, but see this person that is here right now. She believes that she can do anything. If I took this attitude to when I started learning programming, hmm, maybe I'll be more advanced, but whatever. You can do whatever. I know that everything's about improvement, learning how to be better every day. And when you know better, you do better basically. So I'm grateful to do this reintroduction. Yes. And I look forward to topics that I'll be connecting with, because I really want to talk about post graduation depression. Yeah, where you have to figure out what you want to do with your life. Because, see, a lot of people do know what they want. They do, they know. What a lot of us did not. We were just saying, for me, I said this in an old video, I was just saying yes. So that people will leave me alone, or they won't project this their judgment that this girl is unserious. When, to be honest, we don't have the facilities to support kids or young adults, or yeah, that are still trying to figure life out. Yeah, that they don't know what they want to do. They know they have many interests. I wish there was another that was kinder to me then. But I'm me. I feel like I'm the person I needed when I was younger, which I'm very grateful for. So I promise to share more and do more videos, and we keep learning together, figuring out life, growing. Yeah, learning how to be kind to ourselves, learning how to unlearn certain beliefs, certain unhealthy patterns that we may have, like negative self talk, like always thinking only negative thoughts, being unkind to ourselves. I look forward to sharing that with you and for us to grow and push 30, 40s, 50s, keep growing, evolving, changing, creating the life that we want. Yeah. So if this is you, you're feeling lost, you're feeling like you're still figuring life out, I'm on that journey with you. Yeah, my name is Cinderella. Thank you for staying to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, I hope that like we get to do this more. So I don't know what engagement question should I ask. Um, what are you grateful for when it comes to yourself? Yeah, what are you grateful for? I'm grateful for my ability to, or my willingness to learn, to do better, and to grow and evolve and figure out my life as I'm growing. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.